Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and early, 5 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I'm going to try to attract some people that have not seen my channel before, I think, with this video. I'm thinking I'm going to title this, If You Haven't Been Vaccinated, Please Watch. Something along those lines. I want to reach out. No political stuff, no lecturing, no shaming, no nothing. I'm going to tell you my story. I'm going to tell you what's going on in my life. If you're not familiar with my channel, yeah, I'm a leftist. I'm a Democrat and all that. But let me just tell you the truth of what's going on in my life. For the people that watch my channel, they know this is the truth. If you look on my community page, you can see the text between me and who I'm going to talk about. My ex-girlfriend and my best friend, really. Between me and her sister, what's been going on. All right, let me go over this really quick. This woman, 55 years old, we've been friends since third grade. We were each other's first childhood sweethearts. Third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. We went to an amusement park, a trip in elementary school together, holding hands, all that stuff. We separate, we went our different ways through high school, through college, and we both ended up with substance abuse problems in our 20s and 30s. And we ended up living in the same town, both in recovery. About 10 years ago, we ran back into each other and we started dating again. We lived together for 3 or 4 years. One of my big mistakes is I was a little hesitant to get married. So we kind of separated, but we stayed best friends. We always had very different political views. It was a cause of frictions at times, but like I said, we've known each other since childhood, so it didn't get in the way that much. All right, so around the end of June, I went to sit down with her. She was leaving for Florida from Connecticut. She was going to work long distance with the same company in Connecticut. She was going to move to Jacksonville. When we talked about the vaccine, she said she didn't trust it. She wasn't going to get vaccinated. I've been fully vaccinated. She got down there. We were texting the whole way down. She was showing me pictures all the way down. And I didn't hear from her for a few days. Within a week, she had contracted the Delta variant. She quickly ended up in the hospital. Now, this was a 55-year-old healthy woman. We went to the gym every single day together. Even the last couple of years when we weren't dating, we still met, saw each other first thing in the morning, hugged, kissed, and then we'd race each other on the treadmills. She beat me. She was a healthy, non-smoking, not obese or anything. Like I said, there's pictures on my community page. This sickness has been terrible. This is not the same. A lot of people think this is the same, like the same virus that was around last year through 2020. It's not. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist, but I mean, we've all heard how this variant is stronger and more communicable, and I could see that. I mean, you can see that in what's going on in Florida right now. Florida, I think, is up to 12,000 people hospitalized right now. All right, I didn't realize how horrific this is. Every day I'm getting texts. The worst thing, it goes up and down. She's been in the hospital for 3 weeks now, and like I said, I'm communicating with her sister, and she's been on the ventilator, unconscious most of the time. It hurts me so much that I can't do anything. I continued texting her every day, even though she wouldn't see them. I was hoping that finally she would become conscious and be able to read them. About a week or two, they were going to take her off, unintubate her. And I got one smiley face from her, and that made my day. She had read my text. But then it swung the other way, and that's what it's been doing constantly. Like I said, this is not the same virus that we all saw Donald Trump get and talk about how it's just like the flu and all this other stuff. This is not what you're dealing with now. And it's not just my friend, my ex-girlfriend. If you're not getting vaccinated, you are not only endangering your life, but you're looking at a suffering like you've never known before. The emails from her sister talk about tracheotomy. Just within the last week, she was getting a little better. Her oxygen saturation was 99%, and her ventilator, the oxygen was down to 40 or 50%, which was really good. So they were talking about doing a tracheotomy, and I started reading into that. And the survival rate, 2 years survival rate. And I started realizing that there's a good chance that she's never gonna, even if she makes it through this, her long-term outlook is bleak. This is somebody I love, and to get these texts every day, it's not easy. And I can't even imagine what her family's going through. I can't even imagine what she's going through. She could have just, and I think back to sitting on that couch. If there was something I could have said, if there was something that could have changed her mind, just to get the vaccination, or not even to go to Florida for crying out loud, something that could have changed this. She was a perfectly healthy, vibrant woman sitting on that couch, June 18th. The text I got last night, she took a swing for the worst. I'll put the text, it'll be on my community page, from her sister. I've been up all night. They didn't know if she was going to make it through the night. The doctors, they tried to FaceTime her with the family yesterday to say goodbye. Like I said, last week they were talking about tracheotomies, putting in feeding tubes. And this was the good news. This was the good news about 4 or 5 days ago. And it's been going this way the whole time. When she's, barely conscious, she's been on the ventilator. And they turn the ventilator down to 70%, 60%, 40%. And those are the best days. Those are the best days she's had. The days when they schedule these tracheotomies, those are the best days, when they go to put in a feeding tube, and they didn't even get to do that. So this is where we're at. I'm cringing every time I get an email right now. This is somebody I've known my whole life. I just remember looking over her before we fell asleep and seeing that face and giving her a kiss goodnight. And it kills me. She was a healthy woman, a healthy, hard-working, vibrant woman just a month and a half ago. And all it would have taken was to get that vaccine. That's all I'm saying. This isn't the same thing that we were dealing with last year. It's not. It's not just a little flu. It's not just a case of the flu. Believe me. It's not just as simple as just getting sick and passing on. It's a prolonged, torturous, horrific existence for the person that gets sick and the family and everybody around them. Just some thoughts. All right. I'll be back later with a regular video, you guys. Have a good Thursday.